All right, welcome back to Foundation. So we're outside the cooperage, where who's his face there is making barrels, and we are short on barrels. We're not short on food. I'll show you that. But we're definitely short on barrels. I was able to consign a few more villagers into vintners, so that they could make some more wine. We have plenty of grapes. We're overloaded with grapes, and wine sells like hotcakes. That doesn't quite work, but I can't think of what else to say there. But yeah, we need more barrels. You may have noticed a few live streams that I did leading up to this episode. I don't expect everybody to watch those. Those are pretty much unedited or have very few edits, just straight building episodes. Unlike this episode where I'll edit down and try to concentrate on just the activity or the fun stuff. And also I'll review everything from the previous week so you don't miss anything. So one of the things I want to review this time is a discovery with an issue with markets. And look at that castle, would you? Discovery with an issue with markets, and then some of the issues I was having with clothing and why I don't have that issue anymore. So let's turn on the user interface here, and you will see that I now have 1,215 clothing, so that's not a problem anymore. I only have 35 wool. Wool ended up being the problem. You know, I had made all those tailors and I had made all those weavers, but it wasn't until I started getting the wool up that we finally started having clothing. So, now I don't know what the capacity is. It looks like I still have more capacity than I have wool. Also, the bread production is up. The new field type is working really well. But look at the fish. 2,500 fish. You know I love fish. But that might be considered a little extreme. But it kind of makes sense. So let me go over a possible issue with the markets in just a second. But I'm building 2 more cooperages, and I'm building another lumber camp. I added a lumber camp here. I added a reforestation area. Let's turn on the layers real quick here. Because another issue, and you talk about the first in any production chain line. I ignored wool, and that was a problem. I'm ignoring wood. And that's a problem because you need wood for coal, and these guys are having problems getting wood. So we don't have enough coal. And look how many I built. How much you want to bet that once I'm producing enough wood, the coal, the numbers just skyrocket. And I'm doing that because we need iron and tools, but iron as well, because if you look at what these cooperages want, they want both tools and 2 iron. And yeah, I need to ramp up the iron production right now. Otherwise, we won't be able to produce wine at the level that I want to do, and I'll whine about it. And then we won't make as much money as I need to make because we might be losing $8,000 a week still. Go away. Because the monastery itself is costing me about 20 grand a week. So we need to fix that. And so let me show you the deal with the markets that may or may not help, but it does explain some things. So let's take a look at this market first. Let me see if I can explain this. So the way the developer describes it, any good or food mainly is what it affects here because there's food and luxuries. Anything of the same tier, villagers will only buy it from the lowest slot to the highest slot. So, for example, 26 berries, that's tier 1 food, okay? This is all the same market. Now, the key is it's the same market. This is where this mechanic comes into place. Nobody's going to buy out of this slot until this slot runs to 0 because this is the same tier, berries and berries. Now, let's take a look at bread. Bread and fish. This is a tier 2 food, same thing. Nobody is going to buy fish from this market until this bread sells out. And as long as it has 30 bread, no sales from this. These 2 won't sell at all. These are locked up because same market, same tier. Only when these 2 are out will these sell. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but the question I have is that could I increase overall sales and efficiency if all these markets were individual markets so that anybody, when they needed a tier 1 or a tier 2 food, could just zone in on the closest market and go and buy it? Or does it make sense? So if there's only 8 left here, so there's 2 reserved, what should happen is as soon as all these are reserved, somebody should be buying out of this. See, it doesn't look like they are. It looks like this will actually have to get down to 0 before this starts being reserved. Right? Now we're at 0. And I'm not seeing this move at all. So I think there is an issue with this mechanic. Because as soon as all of them were reserved, if people are trying to choose the closest market to them, you would think that this food would start to get taken, but it's not. So, simple solution without thinking about it or talking about it, as long as I have, is just everybody's an individual market, period. So I made 2 wine cellars. One of them is down the road here. The other one I put right here on the main drag, and I haven't assigned anybody yet. I think I'm going to steal a stonecutter because I really want to sell wine. Not that we have wine yet, but Sabota, you're in. And where do you live? Yeah, you literally live right behind the place. So that's good. So go get some wine to sell it, and I'm going to try to ramp up the wine production as fast as we can. But we obviously have problems. But everybody should want to buy wine walking by here. By the way, speaking of new stuff, I wasn't speaking of new stuff, but look at all these guys carrying their sticks. So look, they all got these sticks. And this is a fisherman, so they're all carrying fishing poles, which is new. And everybody is getting slapped upside the head with these fishing poles. Alright, boom. I destroyed everything except clothing, honey, and bread because they are all different tiers. This is food, tier 2, luxury, tier 1, goods, tier 1. You're all in slot 1 for your tier, and sell it I'm going to have to get back. I fired these 2 people. They'll be fired soon, but let's find our unemployed now. Morgan, you can come back and be the market tender for the clothing, and I'll have to fix those 2. But then I'll build individual markets back to where we were here, because we had a pretty good market going on. I had a bunch of here. I had another one here. And yeah, to get these sales back up. Because this is going to hurt property values too. People are wondering what's going on. It's just a remodel. Okay, don't worry. Just remodeling. It's important to get flour back in her bread sales spot, which is the 3rd slot. There we go, flour. Yes, flour is a female. There you go, market tender. Get back to work. And these things are being built. I need to build one more. I had to go back to the video that I recorded to figure out what this market looked like. 1 here, 2 more food here, 3, and then 2 more food here. I really had this to be the main food market. But, yeah, we'll see. So if we look at the sales, we're almost at minus 8,000 now. Villager consumption, only 120 gold in wine. The big seller is berries and clothing. Same with this month. Yeah, clothing and fish. Alright. And so, yeah, I need these markets to get done. They're getting done. Oh, this one is done. That's right, they're all individual. Alright, this one's not quite done. Building complete market. This one's done. So what do I want you to sell? Berries for sure. And let's assign an available villager. Whoops. Ricker for the berries. Go get them and sell them. This one's now done. That's this one, right? Yeah. You're gonna be fish. And who's gonna sell the fish? I got any fish names here? Nope. Matilde. Fish. Go get them. What's another big market that I can sell from? Now, I just made this one. Are the sales at this one any good at all? No. Pretty much nothing. And as a matter of fact, you're not selling... Is it broke? Is it turned off? You're not selling anything. I'm tempted to just shut this one off. This is like the emergency market that you go to if nothing else is working. Why is it that you don't want to go to any of these? Can I put stuff on sale? I don't know. Or I don't think it's not out of bounds. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, nobody wants to buy anything from here. Keeping it all. But it has the problem with the tiers. So... Oh, I thought you were... Okay, yeah, you're coming in. I don't know what you're doing. But you're not buying anything. Yeah, I'm going to have to destroy this market and start over, which means we're going to lose all this stuff. But, you know what? That's the way it is. Ooh, I want to unemploy people first. This might be how I crashed the game last time. Well, fortunately, I saved recently. Alright, well, we're waiting for this market to finish, which will be very shortly here. There is a crash bug that I've discovered now. This explains why I crashed during the live stream. If you, and I'll use this market as an example, if I don't kick out these people by hitting the X key and destroy one of these markets, the game will crash a few minutes after you do this. During some operation where I guess it's trying to figure out they're trying to report to work or something. But it's easily avoidable if you just make sure to hit the X key before you destroy the markets. But if you destroy the markets first, you got to go back to save, which is what I'm doing right now because I've already done these steps. It's deja vu all over again. We got 100 bread sitting here, 50 fish, 100 clothing, and we haven't sold jack fish because I don't know why. I do not know why, but basically I said, the heck with it, I'm destroying them all. Forgot to hit the X keys, destroyed them all, and landed up at the desktop, right? I keep saying it, and I'll say it again. For as long as I've been... You thought about buying it. Did you see how close he came? He walked all the way over here. He thought about it, and then said, nah, I don't like the looks of it. I don't know. Maybe it's the positioning. I should move him up here next to the road. Anyway, I haven't crashed that much in Foundation for the entire year and a half I've been playing it. But so this is kind of a rare crash bug. There you go again. Why you walk all the way over here? All right, I don't know, but I'm gonna move these markets around. So anyway, gone, 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 gone. Now that they're gone, I can edit it and say, yeah, gone. And this is kind of a pain, but you've got to do this. There, that market is gone. Castle construction's moving right along. Again, I don't know that I like the looks of that, but how does it look far away? I don't know. I would rather less roof show. I don't mind the blue so much as I do the brown. Maybe I'll put some buildings in front of it. Well, then why even build these if you can't see them, right? But what I do want to keep here is I've got the shadow of the sun coming right through this archway. So I want to make sure that I kind of keep that all the way out. So somehow I have to arrange the buildings so that that stays. I think that looks pretty cool. It does kind of look like a city skyline, right? The shadow does. But I don't know. I like it. Can't help it. I'm biased. But it's getting there. I'm learning to like the blue. I don't have a mod ready yet that can give me a unique shape that I like plus a texture that I like. I was hoping to have it done by this episode, but I don't because learning's slower than I want it to be as usual. But I'm getting close. I'm getting close. Where was I rebuilding? One of them is probably back behind me, but this market should be done now, right? And I have fish and berries, and this one will be bread. And the available villager that lives close is La Salina. Bread, please. Thank you very much. This market's back up and operational. And so now, do I want to rebuild these markets? I feel like I do, just so people have somewhere to go as I'm tearing down the other ones. And you know, the other thing is I built this market way back here, and it's all one market. What a disaster. I'm going to have to completely rebuild that as well. So yeah, let me build a bunch of individual markets here. Alright, this should work. They're not too far back. They're right along the road. There's still plenty of room to get into the warehouse. You can almost see them for all these boxes I have. But basically 2 luxuries, clothing, 3 food. Start. Wait for it. Wait for it. Why can I start these but not these? Start. And start. And start. Yes. Go build stuff. Please. Little market right here, and everybody's going to be walking in between these two that's getting over to the other side. The rebuilding commences. How's the money looking? Minus 83. Oh, I'm moving in the right direction. It's getting worse. All right, a bunch of markets. I think I'm missing one, but this is all that's going to happen. I don't know how this path got through here, because I swear that was all blocked off with markets. But anyway, yep, you're done. You're done. Build it. All right, I took out 1 clothing market and I put in another luxury market for this place. And right, individual fish markets will work very nice here because we have, look at these guys, all have fish, and some of them are complaining that their workplace is full. So, obviously, putting a lot of fish markets here will help to relieve some of the extra fish that's hanging out here. In the meantime, somebody said a market was done. Hey, how's this guy doing anyway? 1 wine sold. Man, if I can somehow ramp up that wine production, and you know it's going to happen, but as soon as I can ramp up the wine production, we're set. And I think it's about time to bring in villagers. I think that's what I have to do here. So we're going to turn on immigration. We're still at 94 happiness. 23 villagers are lacking luxury. Yep, you want wine. I get it. I just have to face the music that I've got to take care of this market. I just built this. And it's a disaster. But I can build it back. The first thing I'm going to have to do is make sure... Yes, I already made sure nobody can build houses here, so that's good. Everybody's going to have to be fired. Then I'm going to have to tear it down, then put it back together. This is going to create some unhappiness, but it's got to be done. So this was all food. So you're going to go back to fish. And you're going to go back to fish. And you're going to go back to fish. 3 fish, huh? And then what about you? Bread? And then you're going to be berries? Should I have 2 berries and no bread over here? We really need the fish, though. Okay, who's close? Oscar, you're down the way at 133. Let Selena, you're in to sell some fish. And fishing market number 2. Beacock, you're in to sell some fish. And should this be fish or bread? Fish, go all in. You own some fish. Alright, and then you are going to be the lone bread market. And Oscar, you're going to sell the bread. You love trash. And then this is the lone berry market. And Nigel, you're going to sell some berries. Alright. Oh, and I didn't do this. You're going to sell what? We're low on honey as well. That's interesting. We're low on honey. We're low on herbs. We're low on wine. We're going to put you as herbs just because you're honey, right? Yeah. And we'll get Maria to sell us herbs, right? So that is all back and working. And go away. 93 happiness, not too bad. The budget, minus 89, going in the wrong direction. Who in their right mind would build a market this big? What a royal pain in the butt. Alright, I dropped a food and added another luxury here. So, I like it. This is probably going to be wine. So, we will start all these and hope for the best. Alright, my markets are finished. Luxury goods. Honey is what we have the most of. So, let's see. You're honey down here, right? Yeah? Might as well have two of you because you got to go a long way to fetch it. And so available villagers, a lot of them are monks now. They gave up and they joined the church. You can go there. And then you, I think, let's just get the berries out of the way. I'm gonna have to expand the residential zone up here, and I cut it short for a reason because everybody was building up here. Well, guess what? Now it's okay if everybody builds up here, please. The wood is gone. It continues to be low. I had no idea we were going to need so much wood. I am building... Oh, is this finished yet? Oh, did this get finished? Hey, it finished! I didn't even see it got finished. So the stone part of the castle got finished, which means I can start another build at some point. I want to fill out this area. And... then I think I want to go taller in the back, maybe. Intermix some blue in here. I think the combination of the blue and the stone looks quite good together. This side looks good, this side doesn't. But not right now. I'm busy doing other stuff. Okay, that explains why there's so many builders available. So, what do we got? 94 happiness? Only 15 are lacking luxuries now. And... I'm gonna sort that out in a minute. I think we added some villagers, so let's concede some people. Yeah, oops. Let's go by arrival so I can see what's going on. Another beekeeper, good, more honey. And that's it. We only got one new male. Okay. And, right, all the rest are females. I'll leave this on sorted by arrival. Anyway, yeah, my goal was to be at least neutral, if not profitable, by the end of this episode. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but we'll see. We'll see. We have one iron in stock. That's an issue as well. Need more woodcutters. So fire fishermen, turn them into woodcutters. We have a lot of planting going on here and not a lot of wood cutting. And I've assigned you all. So yeah, this is gonna be our primary area for lumber camps, and I'm gonna put another lumber camp. Might as well just put it right on the road here, next to this one. There we go. And let's high prioritize this, and we'll get another lumber camp in, and then I'll fire some fishermen and have them start cutting down trees. It's a similar job, right? So the first warehouse to store new goods. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to store grapes and I'm going to store barrels. The grapes should fill up really quick. The barrels probably not so much. I'm not sure if we have anybody close. We do. And I'm going to put 2 in here. Victory. And yep, I want you to fill this place up with barrels and grapes. And then this, look, we actually have wood, 12 of them. So I'm happy with that. Coal's now up to 19. Might have turned the corner. Barrels are up to 8. Might have turned the corner, but only because I built so much. Wood's now up to 38. Iron, a whopping 2. Yeah, I still feel like iron is limited. Like, certainly we have enough smelters, you would think. We might need another miner. So let me do that. The old iron mine. We can assign one more person. Dunkad? Did you just join though? No? Dunkad, you're in. Alright, we are out of jobs for the monks because the last one I conceded doesn't have a job. So that's interesting and good because that means I do have all these jobs full. I could put in another, let's see, what do we got? We've got 12 herbs and 45 honey. I could put in some more herbs. Right there. Okay, get rid of you. And start. All right, a bunch of individual markets. Food, 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 food. Luxury, luxury. Clothing. And away we go. All right, the markets are getting finished. So, what do we want to do here? For this guy, I think we're going to do berries and berries in both of these. Because we're full of berries. And then we're going to find Eleonora. You're going to work in this one. And Barbo, maybe? You're going to work in this one. And that's going to be for berry sales. And then up here, let's see. We also have berries here, right? You know, so many people pass by here. I'm going to try the quadruple berry sales. And we'll see how that goes. Pain. Feel the pain. You're a transporter now. Barbot, you're unemployed. You'll be a market tender. Fleta, you're going to do some berries for us. Okay. Then we come over to this market. And I wanted to do both these fish, which means there's no bread here. But boy, do we need fish. So yeah, you're going to sell some fish. And it's going to be Eleanor for the fish. And then up here, you're also going to be fish. And this is going to be Dalak. Fish. Get the fish. These things finished. You're still doing... You two are still doing your shirts. Oh, and more berries. Oh, no. You're the berry market over here, right? Okay, good. That's fine. Clothing and berries. And then as far as luxury goes... Yeah, your workplace is full. We know. Nope, clicked on the wrong thing. You're going to be honey. And you're going to be... let's get these straight here. You're going to be... Should I do wine? We have +3 wine. But no, I don't think we're ready to do that yet. We have wine outside. No wine inside the castle. So you're going to be herbs. Alright, that's not the smallest church. Capacity of 46, but that'll help this area with the happiness. And then I can build the residential out and around. And we have everything. 213 stone, 20 planks, 77 tools, 5 glass. And we're currently sitting on 485 tools, which is good because we almost ran out of tools there for a while. A ridiculous 2,700 fish. Go. And, yeah, 1,800 shirts still. The planks is low, but hopefully it'll recover. And we actually have 6 wine now, but we're not selling wine. Anyway, let's get that started. And then we'll see how that works out. They're already building. And let me turn off this. And that should give people areas to move into once I start immigration again. Until that, we have all these unemployed. And I'm making this excuse that I don't have any place to put them in. Why is that? Like Wooly. You live way over here on the back side, right? And yes, I don't really have any spot for you out here because all these markets are full and they are selling stuff as we speak. That's good. So it may just take a while for everything to get sorted out and for us to see exactly what kind of money we're going to have. Now, as far as property goes, I own all this. So I could put something that would make us money back in here. I could put berry hut. Why aren't you guys... Okay. I've stared at this a lot, and every time I see nobody working the berries, it worries me, but you guys were just all taking a break for some reason. I could put more berry huts over here, because you don't have far to walk. And then that would be jobs. But 2,400 berries, 2,500 berries. How much we have? Where's the wheat? 294 wheat. I could put more windmills up here. That would give us flour. We have 516 flour. Supposedly, we have too much. We don't have enough bread, but look at all these bakeries are full of bread. I tell you what. Let's do that. Let's put more bakeries up here and then see what that does. That at least gives us places to work that produces stuff that makes us money. That's stuff and money and stuff and money. Bakery. And I'm talking while I try to find the bakery. There we go. So you're gonna go here, and another one is gonna go up here. I was wrong. Minus 1,000. Okay, the money's on its way back up. Yeah, there's still some oddities with the budget, and of course there's oddities with our floating traders too. Whoosh. At least they're taking a path. Spooky. But okay, so that gets us some bakeries, gets us some jobs over here. So I can get people in jobs, making stuff that makes us money. Alright, these bakeries are complete. So, who do we got? Unemployed. Anybody close? Yes. Alaran, you're in as a baker. And Kulin, you're in as a baker. And over here, who do we have? Woluya, 53. And Fadach. Bakers. And this should help with bread production, one would hope. All you have to do is go back here, and everybody's hanging on to flour. We've got a lot of flour. Remember, I don't use a lot of warehouses for the. I don't use any warehouses for the food chain. Ah, you're the guys that are holding on to these big paddles. Now you're beating the bread with these giant paddles. All right, you're missing, but you know, I get it. All right, more bread. Who do we got now? Pavia, you're in, and. Another nope. Oh, where'd you go? Yeah, another Woluya. Woluya and Woluya. You're in. Okay. And only one more bakery to get done. All you need is somebody to finish you up, and you're ready to go. In the meantime, let's fly across our city of 893 people. Almost 900 already. I'm going to go ahead and build another smelter. Right here, and because the tools are running low again. I mean, I'm using some tools, but I really like, we need tools. When you build the church, the castle, excuse me, it always requires a lot of tools. And look at the bread up to 1,000 now. Good. We just need sales. Sales, man. You need to sell this stuff, people. And I could slow it down. Instead, I'll speed it up. And 2 more villagers on their way in. Get this smelter done for me, please. And I've expanded. We're going to build... Okay, this thing finished. Right? And who's close here? 175 is not ideal, but you win anyway. Get over here and start planting some trees. And I've already expanded the planting area to be this entire area, except I'm leaving this patch of oaks because, you know, me and my oaks. Right, and we're up to 91 coal. And you know what? I'm telling you, I'm not going to mind having too much coal. Because, yeah, that wood was a problem. 62 wood, so we're positive on wood. So, have I made any progress? Well, it's been a while, and really a bunch of false starts as I identified the wrong thing that needed to be increased. And a lot of markets. I've spent a lot of time redoing almost all of the markets now, or all the larger markets. But if we look here, we're still full of grapes. That is about max. And we need more herbs. We need more barrels. We're out of iron ore, so that's the next limiting factor. We're up to 5,300 stone, which is good. That's ready for the next build. We're not making very many polished stone, so that's staying right up at 2,700. If we had wine, we could sell wine. We'd be rich beyond our wildest dreams. Need more wine, and I'm whining about it. Berries 2,500. Cloth actually 1,200. Go away. Like I said, the wood is actually on the increase now, which is good. The charcoal, or just coal, is on the increase. That's good. Still short on iron. You know what? I'm going to build 2 more smelters, because why would you build just one? When you know you're short on iron, why just build 1 smelter when you can build 20 of them? Except for the fact that you're out of money. Alright, finally, the iron smelter's done. So, let's get to smelting. Who do we got over here? Nobody's super close, which is unfortunate. But, we'll take who we can get. At 270 meters. Galfridus and Henry, you're in. And, right, we don't really have space over here because we don't own the land. Right? And I don't want to buy the... Go away. I don't want to buy the land. Taxes aren't much. It's only 50 bucks. And we're losing so much. Okay, I'm gonna buy it. There, I bought it. Let's expand the residential zone out into the Oaks a bit. Potentially one person might move in there because it's a little green, but not much. Again, I just want to get to the tipping point where we're producing iron. And yeah, our iron mine is not doing well, so I think I'm gonna need another one. I mean, that is green. Oh, this is green here. I'll put it right over here. We're in the green. We're close. Nobody needs to get in there. You just need to get in the front here. And there we go, right there. Build it. And we'll high prioritize that. Alright, the next smelter is up. And we don't have anybody yet. So what I've done is that after buying this, I put a market over here. And let's actually turn on the residential desirability. And this is now more desirable because I put this market and a well over here. So hopefully we'll get some bites and we get people moving in here. The closest church is right here, which is completely full. Potentially I could add on to this church. There. Up one more. Okay. There. Kind of a unique look. That'll raise the capacity to 43, which isn't perfect, but you know what? A lot of people can go in there. You just need to fill in some of the gaps. Let's go ahead and start. And that'll require 87 stone, 10 planks, 37 tools. Right, and any bites yet? Not yet, but come on. Turn off the desirability layer. Alright. There may be some builders over here too. I could just search to see what people are. You're a cooper, forager, fisherman, forager. You know what? Both foragers can go unemployed because we have a lot of berries. 1900 berries, and then that should give me some people for this, right? Actually, both of you. Mao. Ooh, I didn't mess with this market yet. Yet another market that needs adjusted. Although your sales, well, the berries we know, the bread's going to be higher than the fish. And we just reset weeks there. But again, this could benefit from individual. And I thought I did most of them. That is a job, let me tell you. That is a job. And what's the number one? Workplace is full. Hey, the stonecutters are full. I forgot and turned this off. The stonecutters are full. We need more stone warehouse. Can we get you yet? Yeah, sell back. There you go. Okay. The stonecutters are full. We have 5,332 stone. That means I need to start up the church again to use the stone. Or I need to make polished stone. I don't know how much warehouse space. Do I have any empty warehouse space that is being underutilized? I think the answer is yes, right here. Because this is all 4 planks, and now we're using most of our planks. So let's go stone, stone, stone. This will leave some of the pressure for stone. And what else? I know I deleted a lot of warehouses to save money. This is polished stone. That's polished stone. That's stone, 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 stone. Tools. Goodness. I don't know. I think it's clearly saying it's time for another build. And so let's do that. Now, I have skipped over a lot of gameplay, which just was mainly getting villagers assigned to either the monastery. I did have to make another, you can't click on that, another herb hut. And I have devoted this entire zone here, almost this entire section to just reforestation and lumber camps to provide us the wood needed to get the coal up. We're completely out of iron ore now, so that's good. That means I've changed the limiting factor here. And we've got 17 iron We've got a positive amount of iron, so good. I was close. No, go away. You're bothering me. So things are happening, and we have 6 wine in stock. Have I moved this? No, we're still at negative 7,000. This is the most frustrating thing to me, is that I'm producing more and more, and I'm fixing the market issues, and I'm consuming more and more, but yet it's not making a difference. I must not be consuming more. Although I did have to build some churches, which added to the upkeep cost. But now berries at 4,000. Look at fish up at 4,300. But clothing at 4,600. So all the food, those top 4 are all doing really well. And honey, of course, is doing well as well. But I'm not selling enough. Not selling enough. Anyway, I believe it is time to work on the church. I'll start over. I believe it's time to work on a castle. Alright, 2 hours later and a lot of frames lost, but this is what I got. This is going to be blue, and I'm trying to get it to look more even, and I'm having trouble with it snapping, but yeah, this is what it's going to look like, and I like that. The back is still not done. This is an actual church. This is a church on the grounds of the castle, so I got a cross there and everything. This is like the king's church, chapel, if you will. And thank you, autosave. And anyway, it's lagging a lot now because when it's under construction, that's what happens. But this is going to use up most of my stone, and I like it. So let's see, what do we got here? We need 4,394 stone. We're in the green. 1,243 tools. We have 800. They've been building up since I've been working on this. 170 planks. Yeah, I got a plank problem. I'm going to have to work on that. 5 glass, 50 gold. Maintenance cost is going to be 420. That takes my loss is still just under 8,000, so it hasn't gotten worse, even though I've built onto this. I'm not sure if this eats money before I hit build or not, but anyway, it's blue. Here we go. Kaboom. And there we go. And everybody's bringing the stone. That should free up this. My workplace is full. And let's turn that off. And let's close this. And that. And I think that'll make this look a lot better. This just looks funky, just hanging out there. So that'll improve that looks. Now, there is a small chance that a piece won't build. I tried to get every piece exposed to the outside world so a builder could get to it. But there is that slim chance that something will get stuck. So we'll have to see. But anyway, that is going to be it for now. Let's see. Let's stop. So what do we got? We got 8 iron, 7 barrels, 5 wine. Have we increased the wine sales at all? I don't think so. No, wine is 40. Herbs is 510. Honey 1,760 last week. Again, the fish, the berries, the bread, all up there. The fish and the berries are doing the big bucks right now, and I think reconfiguring the markets has helped the fish out. We're down to just 1,000 fish instead of 2,000. Look at those big numbers, the big 3. And then, of course, berries 2,000. All right, here's a unique vantage point. I'm on a walkway between 2 pieces of the castle, and I need to remind myself to reverse that gargoyle. He should be aimed out, and instead he's pointing in. And we're looking over the village, and I'm looking down to the left. There is a market I did not fix. There's probably 3 or 4 markets still I haven't fixed. Up to the left is the textile district. Straight ahead, pretty much a little off to the left, is the new church I built. And then you can see the herbal gardens and the beehives, and then off in the distance the new vineyard that we still need to ramp up. And people are walking everywhere. But anyway, that's going to be it for now. And we're still losing $7,000 to $8,000 a month. But it didn't get worse. I got that much going for me, right? Okay. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you later.